What's up, everybody? Hey, this is Phil from Walmart. Hey, I was driving today, obviously, like I always do. Drive. Hey, but one thing that popped up, and it's popped up many times. It's a reality of what we do, but it shouldn't be. And what I'm going to talk about tonight or today is following distances. So during the winter, we see this more often than during the summer months, but you always hear of these huge pileups during adverse driving conditions, right? And while I've never been in one, and so I have no firsthand knowledge, my professional opinion, for what it's worth, is that a lot of these drivers, and I'm not talking just truck drivers, I'm talking about four-wheelers as well, is other vehicles are not giving other vehicles proper distance separation from each other. And I don't know about you other truck drivers out here, but I feel very uncomfortable riding the tail of another truck, or a car for that matter, but another truck. Because the way I grew up in the industry, which isn't very long ago, it was almost 7 years ago, I started really driving trucks. But you've got to be able to get the big picture. And you've got to be able to stay away from billboards. And I'm not talking billboards on the side of the road. No. Billboards are anything you cannot see over, under, around, or through. Over, under, around, or through. For example, you're riding the tail of another semi. You're going through the mountains and it's a sharp curve. You can't see around that curve. That curve is actually a billboard. A building in the city environments. You're coming down and you got all these businesses and buildings, and they're stacked up, and then there's a cross street or a driveway or what have you. There, you can't see around that. That's a billboard. That building is the billboard. How about trees on the side of the road, or whatever it is, parked cars, parked trucks on the side of the road? Those are all billboards, right? So you've got to stay away from billboards so you can get the big picture. And these other drivers that are just tailgating everybody, how do you know everything is safe in front of you? How do you know the driver's right in front of you is not going to slam on his brakes at any given time? And then you're end up in their rear end, right? So, case in point, I'm driving back to the yard today. I was in one lane, my driver's side lane, I see another truck coming up. And there's a car there too. And he's just, I don't think you could have got another car in between them. Another four-wheel car. That's how close he was. And he seemed to be comfortable driving that close to the back of that car. Now, that could be two things, right? What are you trying to intimidate the other driver and make them more nervous than they need to be by tailgating them with a big old truck? Or are you just in that much of a hurry that you cannot back off just a little bit? I know you could see over him, and yeah, there was nothing in front of that car. But what if, whatever reason, they spilt coffee on their lap or whatever, and they slam on the brakes right in front of you? You don't know what they're going to do inside the car. And to be that close, you've not given yourself the opportunity to avoid a possible accident. So driving that close is very, very dangerous practice to get into, even on dry pavement. But the problem is you start doing it on dry pavement, you're going to take that same driving habit to when there's ice and snow on the ground. And that's what they do a lot of times, right? And so when you see these multi-vehicle pileups, it is because these cars are tailgating each other, these trucks are tailgating other trucks, the cars are tailgating trucks, and the trucks are tailgating cars, and nobody even gives anybody the respect to back off and give each other space. Why don't they do that? It's the me first problem. Me first. I gotta be first. I gotta be first. 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 And they want to get around and just be first. Here I am today driving back, and again, same drive coming here. I'm giving plenty of space to the vehicle in front of me. However, what does that space invite? It invites intruders into my space. I leave enough space, it says to somebody else, hey, there's space, I'm just going to cut right in. And so I understand why some drivers want to be really close to the car or vehicle in front of them, because of the intruders from the other lane that will not respect the fact that you've given yourself enough space, and here they come in and slam on their brakes for no reason because they were going too fast, they didn't merge safely, and that now you got to put on your brakes. And now what you thought was enough following distance to make a safe stop, now you're stuck in this situation where you don't have enough space to stop in case of an emergency. I get why people tailgate, but again, you're still not giving yourself enough space to stop. You think you're going to be able to see over that car ahead of time and go, well, there's nothing in front of that car. There's nothing in front of that car. Why did he throw on the brakes? Why did he throw on the brakes? Like I said earlier, maybe he spilled coffee or something all over himself while they were driving. Maybe they're talking on the phone. They dropped their phone, so then boom, they try to stop and pick it up. People do some really stupid stuff while they're alone in their car, or even then. Even when they're not alone in their car, but they do some really stupid stuff. So I would highly recommend staying your distance. Don't get so in a hurry that you have to tailgate. Give each other space. And this goes for the car tailgating the truck tailgating the car tailgating the other car, the truck tailgating the other truck, so on and so on, right? Just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Traffic will flow so much faster if we don't do that. And this is my point, is because you get all these I gotta be first guys and girls, and they're going, and then when they get to the back of that car that they're now going to tailgate, they throw on the brakes. And then the car behind them throws on the brakes. And the car behind that in the other lane throws on their brakes. Everybody starts throwing on the brakes because they think there's a problem. You're on the freeway, not supposed to have brakes on, but, because people are in a hurry and then get on the rear end of another car, then they have to apply the brakes. And instead of just taking their foot off the accelerator pedal, realizing that the car is not going any faster than you need it to be, why would you get on its tail? It's not going to go any further or faster by you on its rear end. It's just not. And especially if there's other cars in front of it. And, it's just my soapbox rant for the day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share.